All right, Vinny here. I am here in Hamilton Avenue at the coffee shop Lumineer. I am meeting with the Councilman Mark Jeffreys on his journey of walking all the 52 neighborhoods in Cincinnati. This resonates well with us as urban hikers. Our mission is always to connect people, places, and exploring. So today I will join Mark and walk here in College Hill as part of the urban hiker journey of discovery, connections, and also support local businesses. So I'm gonna go inside the coffee shop, meet Mark, grab some coffee, and we go from there.
Yeah. Well, thank you for walking with me. I'm on City Council here in Cincinnati. I'm one of 9 council members. I've been on about 3.5 years. And first of all, I'm just very active. I love to walk. I love to bike. And I love the city. And this has been an idea I've had for quite some time. And I, about a year ago or so, said, hey, let me just do it. And then the summer is usually a good time. Now, I picked probably the worst summer because it's very hot. But that's all right. So yeah, I started out in Sailor Park, which is as far west as you you can go. And then walked my first day 11 miles through Sailor Park and Riverside into Sedamsville. And then so mostly through the west side so far. And I'm walking contiguously. So we just started here in College Hill, but I started the same spot I stopped before. Obviously, I have council duties, so I can't do it all in one day or all in 1 week.
I know.
But I love it. There's no better way to truly get to know a neighborhood by going block by block. And, I'll pop into businesses and just ask them, very simple, what do you need from the city? What do you hope for your neighborhood? And how can I help? And it's remarkable. So I'm really enjoying it.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
No, there's this idea of high speed, low resolution, low speed, high resolutions. Meaning
I like that idea.
The slowest you walk into a space, the highest your resolution is. Meaning this is the best way we can experience College Hill at this moment. Your career seems like you've been someone extremely active. Taking a lot of initiative, making things happen.
I love, that's what I love about this job is just having an impact and also meeting people, going into businesses. So, like here, for example, if you want to hop in, meet the owner and, you never know. How you doing? Hello, how are you? Good. I'm Councilman Mark Jeffreys. I'm on City Council. This is Atticus with
Hello, how you doing?
my staff. I'm walking all 52 neighborhoods. So I'm in College Hill today, and I'm just stopping in different businesses and just asking people what they need from the city. So still, tell me, what kind of things do you need from the city? Do you live in the city?
I live over
Bacon, so there's a lot of opportunity. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have
a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've learned our lesson to make sure. We went into a barber shop the other day, and where was it? It was in Mount Airy. And we were just great exchange, and Atticus is filming, and the guy's like, "No, I don't want to be filmed." So you gotta ask people. If, which is fine. We obviously want to, just get, that interaction was great. Like understanding some of the issues that are important, homelessness.
I know this is better than data from a spreadsheet. You get a little bit more of an emotional from the people.
No, I think it's a great point because you need both, right? It helps to have data. For example, the issue she was just talking about, homelessness as an example.
Sure.
Like it's helpful to understand the numbers, like how many homeless, like what does that look like? But you also want to understand some of the, you know, what she's talking about, that people are coming in there, there are more people coming north of downtown, like that you wouldn't get from just looking at a bunch of numbers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Your high school, where did you go? I know it's a Cincinnati question.
Yeah, it is a very Cincinnati question. So I'm not originally from Cincinnati.
Okay, yes.
So I came here 24 years ago for P&G.
Nice.
I spent 17 years at P&G.
Beautiful.
I started the nonprofit Go Vibrant, which is all about walking and all the walking trails you see. And I built out a portion of Snail Park west of the bridge.
Nice. Yes.
And that got me more community involved. And but originally I'm from New York. And so grew up in New York and then went to school in Chicago. I lived in Europe for a bit and then lived in DC and Asia, went to business school, and then P&G brought me here.
And from the initiative with the nonprofit you started.
Go Vibrant,
Yeah, what was the learning? What did you learn from it? What the community told you from it?
Yeah, so many things. You know, it was mostly about, the mission statement was making an active, energetic lifestyle irresistible. And it's this idea that if you can make it irresistible for people to be active, to walk, even like this is a great example. You know, this is a great business district. And people want to be able to feel safe, first of all.
Correct.
Like they have to feel safe in the business district, but then, you know, nice flowers, for example, and, you know, it makes it enjoyable to walk. And if you make it enjoyable, then more people will be more likely to do it.
So what would be, you say enjoyable, so it's a social issue, it's a structural issue, or what are the ingredients?
Yeah, it's a great point. I think, I mean, the ingredients to it are the physical environment, I think, that it invites people to want to walk and experience the neighborhood. So that's certainly a part of it. I think there's also an element of, you know, just culturally, it's okay, and people want to walk and they want to be around. And so, we can go in here. Is this open? Yeah. I don't think I've been here before.
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow.
How you doing? How are you? I have never been here before. Councilman Mark Jeffreys.
Oh, hey, I'm Bobby Manelli.
Yeah,
nice
how are you? This is Atticus from my staff.
In 2023, in the winter of 2023, and I was doing bookstores as pop-up shops with different like restaurant groups and things in order to demonstrate that books can create and establish an atmosphere of luxury while retaining their ability to provide social equity or you know, their utility. And that like bridge between like luxury and necessity, I wanted to represent through the micro luxury of like used book hunting, supporting the necessity of shared space in the community. Yeah, it really worked. Like people really enjoyed the pop-up shop. Then I got the chance to try it in Walnut Hills in an old ceramic studio as like a long-term pop-up shop. And I had been exploring ways to do it as a permanent brick and mortar. And on May 31st, I opened here in College.
I love it. Yeah. And do you do books only, or do you do coffee too? Or
I do
can
books.
People bring in their coffee to sit? And...
Yeah, people bring in the coffee. In fact, yesterday there were, you know, it's cool when that concept is demonstrated not just in like, you know, the books or the language, but also through the people who are patroning the place. Yesterday, there was somebody from Cincy Co-op here. There were a bunch of kids from the grade school who were skateboarding, and there was somebody doing collage art all
I love it.
at the same time, you know? And it didn't seem incongruous because a bookstore can do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's Wi-Fi that's strong, there's records, there's sort of these ephemeral sections which are for collaging and stuff like that, and then there's a great many used books. And I do poetry readings. I've done story times for kids twice last week. I do silent book clubs for teens and adults.
Love it.
And then, you know, in the Walnut Hill space, I was able to, because, you know, if I were a nonprofit, I would have like the benefit of having a large number of volunteers to kind of distribute pressure. But in this case, I knew I wasn't going to do that. So I wanted to make a space beautiful enough that I could share it over and over again, and that would do some of the lifting for you. So at the Walnut Hill space, I did like 40 different companies, nonprofits, or organizations, cultural organizations, use the space for different events. So, you know, it's kind of, that's just a granting a beautiful bookish space.
It's a community space,
exactly.
which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So as you think about the city and this neighborhood in particular, are there things that you need, that you look across the community that that I should be aware of, and as a policymaker, and things that you need from the city?
Well, yeah, I appreciate the support that something as atypical as this has received from the city. I was the benefit of the tenant improvement grant program. That's how I was able to get this started.
Okay.
This most recent one, because this was previously like a vape shop, like a VIP wireless. So to be able to flip it, I was able to participate in that particular city program. And I certainly appreciate the thoughtful conversation that I've been a part of. One of the reasons I was drawn to Walnut Hills initially, and then College Hill as well, is because of the thoughtfulness that comes with some of those conversations around revitalization and reinvestment. And I think in terms of practically, I appreciate the question or the interest. I think one thing that has revealed itself to me, I didn't dream of proprietorship. I dreamt of like a headquarters at the end of the world where I could do cool stuff and share what I love with people, you know. But one thing that's revealed itself to me over the course of being a small business owner is that this type of project takes a very specific type of support that delineates it from something like a CVS or a Radio Shack, and that, to use plain language, if you want things like this, there has to be two sets of rules for it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And specific, like what kind of rules? I mean, I think part of the point is those are the outlets you mentioned are obviously chains, so they're probably churning out the same thing, whereas you're creating something very unique. You mean rules within the city and how we deal with it because your needs are unique, or what specific kind of rules?
When I started to get a white box space, you know, most of the commercial real estates I was, like agents and things like that I was dealing with, were like, do you have $250,000 or don't you? You know, I had one person jokingly say to me, like, this is the difference between you and a Supercuts, is like, you know, if you get hit by a bus, this is over. if the manager, and I was like, could we find a hypothetical where I don't get run over? But like, I did appreciate his point. But, like,
the underlying point was fair, but the metaphor maybe less so.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
it is always the tension. I think the beauty of what it looks like he's creating is just that. It's a community space. It is a third space. Obviously, he needs to make money. That's why I was asking, does he do coffee and other? Because you have to figure out, are you going to sell enough books to make the rent?
I mean, readers are here, and But those are important spaces for community.
Oh, hugely important.
So I am originally from Congo.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the U.S.?
20 years.
Wow. You know, we, my family, we were a mentor during COVID, and then COVID kind of messed it up, for a family from Congo.
Oh.
Here in Cincinnati. They were a refugee family.
Oh.
And so,
that's beautiful.
So,
have you been to Congo yet?
Oh, no.
You say no?
I have not. I'd love to. I mean, I have not been to sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of folks.
All right.
But anyway.
What was your initial expectation going in, and 2 years now? What is now?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say, you know, I mean, there's so many problems to solve, and there's so many challenges locally. The thing I love is the ability to, I think the biggest impact you can have in government is very much, you know, or maybe not the biggest, but a huge impact is at the local level, because everything you see here is impacted by what local government does, to the conditions of the road, is the trash picked up, is public safety. You know, do these businesses feel like they have the support of local government? And so you can make a very tangible impact. So I think that has been, I kind of knew that in theory, but I didn't really know that in reality until you see it. And for me, that's very energizing, because you know, you see the impact all of us as individuals can have is significant, but obviously as an elected official, that's amplified, because you have the ability to, so.
Wow, it's amazing. Your relationship with walking, where those, I know from New York,
Yeah, it's a great question. Probably just growing up in New York. I went to school at the University of Chicago. I lived in DC. All very walkable. My dad is Dutch, and so go back to Holland. And those are all very walkable destinations. My wife's family's Polish, so we go see relatives a fair amount. And you go to a lot of other cities, and they're very walkable. So how can we make our city more friendly to people, whether you're walking or rolling, you know, on a bike, on a wheelchair, or anything else? You know, we want to be as friendly as possible.
And I think that's a little bit kind of our mission as well as urban hiker, where there's the 64% of women cannot just go explore alone. And so that's a huge percentage of people are not, they isolated, they do not have a direct relationship with the city. And one of the things that we do, we created this, the urban hiker, we created this micro group walks in various neighborhoods. Same element, with destination to various businesses, but that group acts as a buffer zone to eradicate fear of exploration. Because in order to foster a sense of belonging, you have to walk in the city. You have to engage that kind of, that's how you establish relationship with the city. And I think
and each other,
we want to become the sort of the onboarding for cities.
I love it.
When people come, how they find their tribe. How they find the best place they can that match what they like. You know, I know people might love North Side, but it's not in the radar yet.
Exactly. Oh, we're good.
After the move-in. Like how we accelerate that.
And that's some of the excitement of any city, even people who grew up here, discovering different neighborhoods that maybe, given we have 52, like you have a lot of areas that people never even heard of, and and you discover so much more by walking.
It is. So I think the bottlenecks, because city is like a maze, it's a maze to some extent, and sometimes people don't have the time or the insight to where they can make it exciting. And I think what we do is like we create a platform where we can use local insights to become guides.
Love it.
For people.
I love that.
And turning not a traditional touring, but more of a destination touring. So today maybe let's explore, let's walk 2 miles to go to this coffee shop. Let's go to this, and I think that and also it solves so many issues: isolation, mental health. 100%.
Health. It's also, I mean, it is. I've talked about this, that there's so much to creating more of a connected city, connected neighborhoods where people physically are connected, but then that allows them to bump into other people, maybe meet other people who may be different than themselves, and they feel a better human connection. And then there's the connection to nature too.
That's correct.
Like going out into nature trails and, you know, being rejuvenated. So there is a definite larger point of societal connection
Yeah.
that it draws.
What are some of the initiatives that the city has on the pipeline to support or address those kind of issues?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things is that I've been working is the build out of the Crown network. It's all around 34 miles.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then there's one actually here near Groesbeck, the College Hill North Side Connector. It's 3.5 acres.
Yes.
Through wooded areas. And that allows, most of the Wasson Way on the east side is 75% are people walking or running. So it's not even a bike thing. It allows people to get out into nature and to move. And it allows you, again, to connect. Like, that's a great example. For the first time in years, the highway had bifurcated Hyde Park and Evanston, and it connected it.
That was incredible. Well done on that.
Yeah, no, it's a great project. So,
I love it. Yeah.
But that one, we're looking to extend it into the Mill Creek Valley.
Okay.
So it'll extend into the Mill Creek, all along the Mill Creek, which is a beautiful restored body of water.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's one of the big initiatives in this area.
Yeah.
Continuing to make sure that it's also pedestrian friendly.
Correct.
All these areas.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. And what kind of
Watch yourself.
keep you awake?
Public safety,
Yes.
housing. I'm working a big initiative on housing, how to build more housing. I've put out a challenge to ourselves of building 40,000 new housing units in the next 10 years.
Nice.
So I'm working on what the plan is to make that possible.
Yeah.
And so that's a big one, because housing is such a critical part for any community. If you don't have housing, you don't have stability for a job, for your health, for education, anything.
Yeah, it disrupts anything.
100%. And so that's a big area that I'm working on. I'm working on a project that we're scoping around lead paint. There are about 1,000 kids who get lead poisoning in our city, mostly from lead paint per year. And it's just tragic because it affects their brain development, their IQ for life. And so that's another, again, back to the earlier point, these are